as you walk out onto the rocks at the very tip of the Tinganes Peninsula for the fantastic view. What you might not realize is that quite literally, you might be walking on history. If you search closely, you will find several ancient engravings. Though still a challenge to initially find, the largest and easiest to spot of these engravings is a large circle divided into segments. The most commonly heard theory is that this marking was used as a sundial, carved by Vikings in the 10th century so that the men could know when Parliament, or the Ting, began and finished. If you visit this site at most hours of the day, you will see the faint outline of this large circle. So it does, kind of, look like a sundial. But these segments are evenly spaced and are spread the full 360 degrees around the circle. This is not how sundials work. It is also missing the center hole for a shadow stick. It is agreed among historians that this is a compass rose. If you visit this engraving at just the right time, when the sun is at just the right angle, more details of the engraving suddenly become clearly visible. The most visible telltale signs of this being a compass, east, west, and south, have extended lines from the circle with crosses at the end. A French lily flower, or fleur de lis, is pointing north, which was customary in Dutch cartography in the 15 to 1700s. In 1972, a historian could read the year 1569 directly under the compass rose, but that engraving is no longer visible. And yet there is another, possibly even older, compass rose on the other side of the building. This one has been partially covered by the building, so it hasn't had as much foot traffic walking on it, so the engraving has retained a bit more of its definition. The presence of these compass roses speaks of the major importance of Tórshavn as a commercial center in the 1500s. In Norway, a compass rose such as this one, which has been embedded in rock, were used as guides when ships needed to orient their travel directions while in thick fog or bad weather. The Faroes were known for thick fog and were actually referred to by sailors at the time as the Foggy Islands. If you search closely on the rocky peninsula of Tinganes, you will find even more engravings and runes that date back all the way to the first Ting. These engravings are mere shadows of their original forms. Though rain and harsh weather are the original culprits, an increase in foot traffic from unaware leisurely strollers and tourists has accelerated their erasure. In just a few more decades, all of these markings could be lost completely.